American culture is a lot more laid back than the Arab culture when it comes to proposals. I mean, we're at a time and age right now where women actually do propose to men. But typically, the man actually kneels down with a diamond ring and just asks the girl or the guy for their hand in marriage. So in the Arab traditions, the groom and his family actually have to go to the bride's family and ask for her hand in marriage. Once both families actually agree, light refreshments and desserts will be saved. This is actually considered or called a tulbeh. So in the American culture, the father of the bride actually pays for the wedding, but then the groom's family pays for the honeymoon. Obviously, there's a lot of differences depending from which Arab country you're from and what religious sect you belong to, but for the majority, the groom and his family actually pay for the wedding. The average guest count for a typical American wedding is actually 120 guests. So the guest count approximately for Arabs is actually between 500 to 800 guests. These are the events that lead up to the wedding. You have the proposal, and then after the proposal, you have an engagement party. After the engagement party, you have a bridal shower, then a bachelor or a bachelorette party. Then you do have a rehearsal dinner, and then you have your wedding ceremony and reception. You have the tulbeh, which is the American version of a proposal. Then you have an engagement where the rings will be exchanged. Then you have your ketbik ceremony, which is the religious ceremony, obviously if you're Muslim. And then after that, you do have a henna party. The henna party is the American version of a bridal shower. After the henna party, you have a pre-wedding party. The pre-wedding party is actually sometimes referred to as حفلة العروس والعريس, where basically it's thrown a day or two before the wedding to celebrate the bride-to-be and the groom-to-be. After that, you have the big wedding, and then after the wedding, you have something called tihnay. Now, tihnay is usually used, or it used to be used back in the day. Some people do still do it. Basically what it is, after the wedding, people actually come to your house with a gift or some flowers to congratulate you for getting married. And then after that, obviously there's the honeymoon. Then after the honeymoon, there's something called Raddat al-Ijr, which I actually found out about a few days ago. It's a small event the mother of the bride hosts for the groom and the bride, where she throws a dinner or a lunch to welcome them back from their honeymoon. So in the American culture, the marriage contract usually happens during their civil marriage, and the couple can either agree to have a prenup agreement or not. The marriage contract for Arabs happens during the ketbik ceremony, and it actually includes the dowry, which is called the muqaddam and mu'akhkhar. So before having the ketbik ceremony, you actually have to agree to what that dowry is going to be. So both families meet up together, kind of discuss what that dowry is going to be, and then after that, they host the ketbik ceremony. Now, the ketbik ceremony does not actually have to be done at a mosque at all. It could just be done at the bride or the groom's home. All they have to do is actually bring the sheikh and then just go ahead and perform the ceremony. It's really short. It's actually about 5 to 10 minutes. The average budget for an American wedding is about $33,000. On average, it's about $100,000, and the reason behind it is because there's a lot of cultural pressure on delivering this amazing wedding for your guests. So if you really don't do that, you might actually have to deal with a lot of drama. A lot of people just want to avoid the criticism that may impact the family honor. Other Arab traditions, so we do have something called the zaffe, and it's basically this dramatic dance that I absolutely love. And it involves a lot of dancers, people with drums and horns, and it's kind of the way to anticipate the entrance of the bride and the groom. So they actually do a car parade. I don't think it's legal in America, so I don't think people really do it in the Arab Americans do it in the States, but basically the groom rents out this super luxury car. They get it decorated with florals, and then his family and friends basically follow him, driving to the actual event venue, and then they're just honking all the way, getting a lot of attention, and it's basically used to kind of let people know these two couples are getting married, let's celebrate them and kind of, you know, make a buzz before they actually arrive to the venue. Azalhut is actually a high-pitched sound. I don't think I know how to do it. I need to try it, but basically you'll hear it in every single Arab wedding you're going to attend. People do it basically to celebrate the bride and groom. I think my mom would be proud. Did I do it right? Yeah, something like that.